everybody. I think I've got a mic that's not working. It's going to be different. How many of you today? Fantastic. So glad to have you all here. Very much appreciate you all coming out this afternoon, taking part in this event. And being put on by ourselves here at Nexus IT with several of our friends and partners, including Romaine Marshall from Armstrong, Teasdale, Ray and Jeff from Webcheck, we've got Corey from Software, we have Romaine and from Buckner, and Sarah Anderson from Nexus IT number 7. Anyways, well, I quickly, first of all, thank all of those that are involved, those that are sponsoring and paying for the meals today. And we're going to do all a couple minutes to just introduce yourselves and understand who we are, what we do. Before we do that, I want to say thank you to our team who has executed the organization and got everything ready for this today. Now we will spend right in front of the door there. Karen Anderson, Crystal Davis on the registration desk, Charlie Ignacio with Webcheck. These ladies have done a really good job organizing this already. So give them a big round of applause. Also want to just thank National Kitchen for the great ice, the good food, always good food from Nate and Foote as well. My name is Earl, by the way. Welcome to our headquarters. Welcome to the product. People building, you kind of noticed. A very cool building that they repurposed. You'll see a lot of people hold steel and everything in here. If you want a tour after all done here today, if you want stuff from Nexus IT or from Webcheck, we are all submitted when we can tour here. Let's see. Why don't we quickly get some time to sponsor today? Let's go Corey, Brandon, Romaine, you're there, so we're on to the next. Ray and Sarah. Okay. Sure. Okay.
All right. Thanks, everyone. I'm so glad you come out. It's great to be face to face with everybody. Corey Christensen with SoftServe and the entires of the market. So you're thinking, what is SoftServe other than ice cream, right? So we want you guys to think about ice cream and software development every time you have ice cream from here on out in the rest of your life. I know you people have a reputation for that. But we're not that. We're software, and we provide services for people in software development and everything you can imagine with that, from artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, robotics, cloud, hybrid cloud, everything that goes along with that. We provide advisor services, so consulting, if you're looking for some extra people to bounce ideas off of, to help scope out a project, that kind of thing, but then also horsepower to bring people to bear. So I don't know if any of you have had a hard time finding IT resources, people that are software developers, or people that understand the cloud or anything like that. What we can do is we can help augment your teams. And we're a large company, 10,000 people strong, but they're all SoftServe employees, and work all around the world. And we have an NPS score that really kind of talks about how people feel about us. We're in the high 70s, 77 right now, our NPS score, which is an indicator of any of your services. The question is, would you recommend this company to a colleague or a friend? And people overwhelmingly work with SoftServe like SoftServe. So, one little anecdotal story about why we're part of a cybersecurity event. We love these guys. We love the partnership that we have with them. It's going to be on the panel. And our team, we do the development side of that. So if you identify a need for a pen test, or you have some software development that we can come in and mitigate those needs. Our cybersecurity team is based in Kyiv, Ukraine, Kiev, as a lot of people know. And why is that significant? Well, when they separated 30 years ago from Russia got really jealous about how much prosperity and success they have, so they like to attack them all the time. And our teams there are amazing at cybersecurity. They are ahead of the curve. When we come to even the cities to do different events, our people just know tips and tricks and ways to run cybersecurity with other people. And so we can help you with your most complex needs that you've got. So I appreciate your time, ability to be here. Thanks, everyone. Who's next?
Well, my name is Romaine. I work in marketing sexiest industry possible in insurance. I want to thank Earl for setting up the team. I'm excited to be here. I have a question. I'm going to give away when this prize is right. What do you think is the 50 million of this answer? How many times a day is Microsoft report that people attempt to get unauthorized access into Microsoft 365 and Microsoft systems? How many attempts per day does Microsoft see for unauthorized access to their systems? Today, within 50 million.
3 billion.
Nope.
2.5 billion.
Too low.
500,000.
Way too low.
I mean-
Yes, too high.
600.
Out of it.
300.
300 million. 300 million unauthorized tests every single day. And we are seeing in the insurance world, cyber insurance, that it is causing havoc on people's systems. 10 years ago, people were trading credit cards, social security numbers, those are almost worthless today. Credit card can turn off in 30 seconds on all of our phones. Getting access to these systems and ransomware, huge right now. You've got cyber criminals that the entire business models around ransomware. They charge $10 and then getting back to the system very locally.
I mountain biked this morning, so it's a struggle getting up there. Has anyone else ever noticed how in Utah all the mountains go up? Like the trails, they all go up. They end up coming back to a place like this with very, very sore legs. You're going to hear from me for about 10 minutes about this statute. I'm a 20-year lawyer. I love the law, but I love it more now that I've learned how it intersects with technology and what you're doing. So that's going to be a real topic of this, main topic of this discussion. Talk to you in a few more.
Hey folks, thanks for being here. I'm very honest with the Webcheck security and we have world-class penetration testing and risk mitigation services. So we help with CIS and ISTIC and PCIP for risk heightened assessments, as well as providing white hat hackers to rip into your applications, document, and then make you better at the end of the day. That's what we do. We also do a fair bit of social engineering, as well as Wi-Fi testing, iOS and Android testing, and sometimes other weird stuff on weird systems that clients want to provide some kind of risk assessment form for you. So it's a pleasure to be here with Earl. He's just across the hall from us. We share offices. It's nice to be able to see his smiling people every day. Thank you for watching us. It's awesome.
I'm really happy to see everybody. That was the biggest thing, right? We're doing an event like this is to get everybody that cares about cybersecurity, that cares about their businesses, get everybody together and start talking about this. We're really passionate about this bill, this act, we'll call it, because it's really in the favor of businesses. It's a matter of understanding it and leveraging it at this point. So question, everybody knows that we're from NXIT, that they're the best MSP and Nexus here in the state. Round of applause for NXIT. And the great partners we work with, collaborate with many world-class partners often, which allows us to do what we do so well. Real fast, raise your hand if you like doing cybersecurity training. Awesome. Do you own a cybersecurity training company? No. Okay, badass. I think I have an additional role beyond Nexus IT because several years ago I got really passionate about neuroscience and how we learn. I was already passionate about cybersecurity, so I found an opportunity to bunch those roles together and work on cybersecurity training, but on the micro platform. So the company that I'm working with, in addition to Nexus IT, they gamify cybersecurity training, compliance training, they make it fun, and also make it bite-sized so you can do it on the fly. If you're like me at soccer practice, you can do it on the walk, you can do it in the car, and the point being, we need to make cybersecurity training fun, so that users actually enjoy doing it, gamifying it, and really during times of COVID, it's such like just hardcore news every single day about breaches, about people being responsible for those breaches. We want to make it fun so we can bring people together, have a good time with it, and actually remediate the breaches. So that's Group 7. That's something actually really good at. And yeah, thanks for coming, guys. It's great to see everybody.
All right, one more quick round of applause for all the sponsors and organizers. Sorry for the quick intro to Nexus IT, but just to expound quickly on her words, Nexus IT at the core is a white glove outsourced IT services company. We provide either augmented or fully outsourced IT departments as a service, with a really strong focus on cybersecurity and compliance, and we do a ton of cloud stuff as well. So that's who we are and what we do. Sharp reminded me that there is a jar going around where we use to add a business card into. Are they done? Or no?
We're not going to go around again.
Okay. If you didn't have a business card, there are other forms that you can fill out. We will use the drawing in the end here, so if you're in there, you know some cool stuff, I'm here to stay ready to roll. Let's see, so you're all here today to talk about the Utah Cybersecurity Defense Affirmative Defense. There we go. Thank you for that. The Affirmative Defense Act, which is essentially a safe harbor for Utah-based businesses. I'm not going to get too far into the weeds on this because our legal expert, Romaine, Marshall here, is here to kind of explain this act in more detail to you today. But what I do want to say is that this is a very, very important piece of law that is now available to Utah businesses. And we just basically felt like there wasn't enough coverage around this. This is a big deal. It actually states from all over the nation, the federal government, are beginning to look at what we're doing in Utah. And rather than looking at an angle of penalizing Utah businesses, we're looking at an angle of how do we help Utah businesses to decrease their legal exposure when it comes to cyber incidents. And so we're glad that you're all here to learn about this a little bit today. We put together a panel of experts who, have been in the industry, in the cyber, in the IT industry, in the legal, industry for decades. And I think that you're going to have a lot of really great information come out of this today. Please help spread the word. Utah businesses need to know about this and they need to take advantage of it. But there are things that you have to do in the business to take advantage of it, and that's what we're going to lay out today as a roadmap for that. I do want to go ahead and introduce our first presenter today, officially, with Romaine Marshall. Romaine is an attorney, and he told me I should say I have no idea why we invited an attorney here today. Regardless of his professional status, we love Romaine. He's a great guy. And he's actually a guy of great character and you know, obviously a large stature as well. He's a very athletic guy. You played at BYU? Rugby at BYU. Yeah. Originally from New Zealand.
Still got my team.
Yeah.
So, you know, kidding aside, Romaine literally is one of the nation's foremost cyber attorneys. Among other things, cybersecurity incidents often trigger legal obligations and sometimes lead to government investigations and lawsuits. Romaine represents clients in all stages of these situations and has been a first responder in hundreds of incidents, including ransomware, data breaches, and malware attacks. We give a big round of applause to Romaine Marshall, please.
You know, now and then, law can actually be a positive change in businesses. Often laws are slow to catch up, but when they do catch up, they happen with a lot of force. And that's happened here in Utah as well. Cybersecurity law, you're not going to see a lot of these, so I'm going to talk you through some of them. But cybersecurity law are those laws and regulations that deal with an organization's obligations to secure the data that they have, whether it be personal information or whether it be the electronic systems. It is to be distinguished from data privacy law. We're just going to focus on cybersecurity today, although sometimes the two overlap, because data privacy law has to do with an organization's obligations. Once they have data, what they can do once they have it. Cyber is just all about security. And in the last several years, in the last couple of years, just last year, there were 280 cybersecurity related bills throughout the country. About 38 or 40 of them went through, and this year I don't have the final count, but there's likely to be more. Utah is one of the more progressive states when it comes to cybersecurity. They enacted a law back in 2016 called the Computer Abuse and Data Recovery Act, along with Florida. They were dissatisfied with the federal version that enabled companies to go after rogue employees or hackers, people who steal information typically from their employer on the way out. And so this act is is another progressive Utah cybersecurity. Every state has a data breach notification statute, right? From 2003 to 2018, 15 years it took every state to have it. Alabama, North Dakota, New Mexico were last. California was first. Utah was somewhere in there. I think the uptake and the keenness to which Utah has said, yes, we want to do like that, we want to enact it, we want to help our businesses, is driven mostly by the large scale litigation that happens, class action lawsuits, and then driven also by the causes of those class action lawsuits. I think this year has been the year that everyone basically has a general understanding of what ransomware is. I've been working on ransomware cases for about 3 years, and they lead to litigation. And if you go to the next slide, Jerry, you're probably not going to see this, but this is an example of, have you heard of Excellion? Excellion is a file transfer company. They have about 25 million end users. They service about 3,000 organizations worldwide, including a bank from New Zealand They suffered a cybersecurity event and they were sued by various consumers or users of that technology. And when companies get sued, there's about 20 different types of claims that they can get sued for. But the number one, by far, the number one most common claim is a claim for negligence. Those law geeks, hopefully somebody come to will know that a negligence claim is broken down into 4 elements: duty, breach, causation, damages. There was a duty that someone had, they breached that duty, that caused someone to get injured, and those injuries caused them a compensable amount of harm. Duty, breach, causation, damages. These lawsuits, this one is about 20 pages, about 114 articulated paragraphs. It's quite short. But in that, it said, you, Excellion, failed several duties, and they listed 6. And then they said, that failure caused me to suffer harm in a certain way. And then they listed 4 of those. For example, you failed to cause me, you forced me, a consumer, to now have to closely monitor my credit, financial accounts, email, and other accounts because of the cybersecurity incident that happened to your software. And then the damages are, in this case, the plaintiffs' consumers have alleged 9 different types of damages. One of them is costs associated with time spent and the loss of productivity. What one court said, the hassle of brokerage. That cost, in some cases, has been determined to be, for thousands of people in the class action, $20 per hour. And then, where there have been settlements in those cases, those people have been required to tell the lawyers how much time they spent chasing down the effects of the cyber breach. $20 an hour, not much, but if it's millions, it could be multiple tens of millions. So that's the type of lawsuit that eventuates. And this act attempts to address and give organizations an affirmative defense to those types of claims. Now, everyone has a defense in any type of lawsuit. The difference between a defense that's ordinary and an affirmative defense is the law recognizes some defenses as being much stronger and much more able to defend you. They call those affirmative defenses. In this case, it's someone who wrote the complaint. They will scroll through about the 80th paragraph and say, okay, here's what they say, their damages are wrong. And then in their response, their answers to that complaint, they will set forth all these defenses. Wasn't our fault. Someone else did it in legal terms. And one of them would have been, if they were Utah, and we have a written information security program pursuant to Utah's Cybersecurity Affirmative Defense Act. We therefore posit right now this affirmative defense. Let's look at the one on that stage. I think it will. The statute says if you have a WISP or a written information security program, now, the statute actually says written cybersecurity program. But other states, other jurisdictions, other agencies, the FTC, for example, uses the term written information security program. Last year's draft of this bill said that. I don't know why I changed this year to say written cybersecurity program, but we like to call it a WISP. It's just something that's catchy and easy to remember. Utah says if you have that, you're on your way. So what's in it? Now, WISP should have, should be created with its name and part with a program that has certain things that do the following. Protect the security and confidentiality of personal information. Protect against any anticipated threat or hazard. Protect against a data breach of personal information. So you've got to have a WISP that does that. The statute then says, gives you even more help. You've got to create our legislators for this, because I don't know if you can actually put on the pages to what they're saying. How? But they reference this cybersecurity framework, or rather, versions of federal agency guidelines that say, here's what you need to do to map to your WISP. There are also other states that have safe harbor laws like this. It's called a safe harbor law, and that you do something, you're likely to be able to get cases dismissed on 7 minutes. We're probably the third state, or maybe there's Ohio that have this, New York's Department of Financial Services, so not a state, but a state agency has this, and recently Connecticut enacted it as well, went into effect, goes into effect in a few years. And then there are other states that say, while the whistleblower will protect you or provide you with an affirmative defense, they say if you collect certain information, you must have a whistle. So they actually have created the inverse of what we've done. They've suggested by the statute that says that if you collect information, you have to have a whistle, that if you don't, you're automatically in violation of some duty, like in the negligence. Utah says you have this, you have a defense. And so Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Oregon are those other states that say have a whistle. Massachusetts actually has a whistle, or all the parameters within the whistle that should be in a whistle as part of their statute. If any of you are wondering what should be in a whistle, you can just Google that statute and it will set forth a lot of the details. But basically, a whistle must say, here's what we are doing as an organization to improve or to make sure that our information is secure under 3 main headings: administrative controls, physical controls, and technical controls. And the gentleman and lady here will talk to you about those specific controls as we get to it. Also referenced under the Act other frameworks, the cybersecurity or CIS controls, is 18 of those now, and also the framework. If you're a contractor, you have to go through certain framework to be able to qualify the legal. But here's one secret of the Act. It also says, and others. So if you as an organization don't like any of those, they're too big or cumbersome or unwieldy, if you can point to some other framework that makes more sense for your company, then you also have an affirmative defense. It's what I would be arguing. There hasn't been any developed case law that says that right now, but the statute to me says not only these, but others as well can help you. So if you're in a very small business, let's say your niche is in technology, let's say it's cybersecurity, and you have a kind of, immediately you have a high duty to protect things that are your clients, because you're a cybersecurity. These might not be enough for you. And you may be part of an industry group that says, those are minimal. Here's what you should do as a cybersecurity company. And you adopt those, that's going to be even better for you in any of these. The point, the main takeaway is have a whistle. Now, within the whistle, there's going to be things about training, how you manage your vendors, whether you have an incident response plan, about 20 at least controls which we cover today. The law requires that you just make it specific to you. Don't get one off the shelf. Don't get one from a subsidiary that happened with a company that the SEC recently sued. The SEC investigated a company that it thought didn't do cybersecurity right. And one of the things it pointed at was, you guys used an incident response plan that was a template from the subsidiary, and you didn't even fill it in for yourselves. That's a violation. We're going to make a shame you in the public enforcement action. So the main thing is having something that you customize and then you sit down and make it useful for your company. It doesn't need to be large. It doesn't need to be vetted by a hyper-technical consultants. So long as you've thought about it. These key elements are going to be discussed. That's all. I'm ready for my hand. Let's discuss this. Okay. How are
You give it away another Thank you, Romaine, for laying the groundwork for managing the ability to have obviously, we have to answer those. We will, towards the end, hopefully we have some time for Q&A or maybe plenty of time for all this even better. So feel free to talk to me a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and transition into a panel of panelists today. You have met them earlier, Aaron Anderson, with the Nexus 1937, Greg Johnson with Webcheck Security, Romaine Marshall with Armstrong, Teasdale, and myself. The moderator today is Jeff Smith with Webcheck Security. Jeff's official, where'd that go, Jeff? There it is. Okay, here is Jeff's official intro. Jeff Smith is a 35-year-old technology veteran whose experience is so vast, in-depth, and wide that we do not expect to share with him. So that's what Jeff is. Jeff is a rock star. He's been in business for a long time. He's been a very capable, very intelligent guy, and I have him on today. So let's get started.
Thank you, Earl. So, we're going to have the first question. Okay. So, Romaine talked a little bit about the HPE mandates framework, and there's some flexibility. I wanted to ask Greg, the flexibility to be applying to the frameworks. Can you give us a little bit more about the different types of frameworks and what we do to decide which ones to go here?
So there's regulatory frameworks, smaller than if it has a security rule. There's also PCI, any part of the security. They have some of your existence. And then you have to deal with PCI and PCIP. You know what I'm talking about. But those aren't really great frameworks for general cybersecurity. However, they would be the standard if they apply to the whole organization. That really depends on the scope. But then there are frameworks for not only certifications on the SOC 2, you can have a SOC 2 certification in your organization very common. It's not a great technical framework, but passable. It has the general cybersecurity controls. Ultimately, they all come from NIST. So if you're using NIST, it's clear as 171 or some of the offshoots and derivatives like FedRAMP or CNMC, and you're going to be safe. And there's also other frameworks like ISO 27001, which have ISO 27001. Yes, it do. So that would qualify. That's actually hard because you have to have an ISMS or information security management system, which is not easy to put in place. And then, of course, the more popular now, CIS or Center for Internet Security Controls. And that's a very digestible framework, particularly businesses that aren't able to use other regulations or frameworks. CIS is awesome. And the reason it's awesome is it's divided into 3 sections. One of them is foundational, so you can ease into it. And I've proven artifacts, and we'll talk about that later, that are in line with the framework, and that's what CIS does. So that's just a high level of some of them. There are others. There's the New York State financial regulations. Some of them may be able to do it very onerous and proceed as well. But that's an example of the frameworks that you can apply to.
So this will be for Romaine. We talk about a WISP or written information security plan, something that you can show that your plan, your strategy, you documented it, and the products that you're making. Where's the good places to start? You're sitting here going, okay, I can start to put it together. Where would you start?
Yeah, let me say, first of all, lots teams are have these and don't know, or they have iterations of them in various departments within an organization. But to start with, the best place to start with how we know what risks we need to be how this went around. So this place is established with risk assessment. And there are various ways you can do that. There are tools online that enable you to do self-risk assessments. For example, the HHS Department of HHS has made publicly available a toolkit or risk assessment online. There are others that are available too. Of course, you want outsiders with technical expertise to be performing these risk assessments too, where some of those people are on the stage. But that at least informs you as to what should be the main components of your risk. Another good start is your incident response plan. So to me, you have, if you were to start tomorrow, an incident response plan should take you 30 days to devise. And as you are doing that, you're learning, oh gosh, let me start addressing some of these things. Risk assessment should take you 30 to 60. But worse, these guys will elaborate on this one later, but that can sometimes be up to a year, 9 to 12 months. You never have to have it perfectly performed all at once. I think that's the key number. There's no such thing as perfect in cybersecurity. So let's start with this.
So let's say you do a risk assessment, Earl, your team comes in, you do a risk assessment, and there's lots of findings out of that. Maybe there's some firewalls that need to hold, maybe upgraded, there's some patching, and the plan starts to get put together. Along with firewalls and technology, there's also policies, procedures, and things like that. What else? What other things could a company help solve problems?
Yeah, really good. So, first of all, if you were to look at tenets of any WISP or security program or anything like that, and many of you in the room are, I realize, technologists or IT professionals or cyber professionals, and so you understand this, and some of you are not. But, first of all, cybersecurity is a multi-layered approach, and it is never said to forget type of thing. So, a layperson might say, well, I got a firewall for that, I'm good to go. I don't need anything else, right? And then the guys concerned, those that are cyber-professionals will go, oh man, a single firewall isn't going to do it for you, right? And so, really, Jeff, I think first of all, if you have the talent in-house to determine what sort of cyber solutions are applicable and important to your organization, then you begin to formulate a better approach, like any firewall, maybe multi-factor authentication. We need to educate our employees about cybersecurity. Some of these frameworks will require that, or regulation will require employee cyber training. We actually have, if any of you want this afterwards, we have 14 steps infographic to starting a cybersecurity program. And it's going to include more things like content filtering, like email security, like patch management, like password management, and complex passwords, and just a lot of different components to a written information security policy or program. And particularly the more technology you have, the more data sets you have, the more disparate and more spread out it is. If you're hosting some stuff in AWS, some stuff on on-premise, some stuff in G-Cloud, and you've got Office 365, and you're using Salesforce, and it gets really complicated. If you don't have resources internally, then as Romaine suggested, you should be looking at an outside source that can really help you understand what's applicable to my business, what do we need to put together an affirmative defense to show that we've been responsible stewards of the data that we want to transact, and we're doing our best to protect that on a day-to-day basis. Does that answer the question?
Well, and one of the things you just mentioned is that frustrated about that. So to that point, one of the things that is probably along with getting the plan and putting it in place, one of the first things on that list would be doing some training. I wanted to ask you, Eric, about it a little bit on where you start, what you do, technology, because the people are the things.
And they can be our best defenses as well. So they are the biggest thing right now. 90% of the time, yes, the employees are the firewall. They click on the link. And I've actually been the reason why I formed a company back in 2012 was reached. Never told me that. There's no disclosure around. There's a lot of things out there. We're all moving really quickly. There's a lot of stuff in business right now. So I would suggest user training. There's a few different solutions out there that we have to recommend. One of them, yes, is Group 7. I do like Group 7 methodology because it's fun, it's geared towards behavior change, and it's bite-sized. So it's easy to take on for busy professionals, nurses, doctors, people that are on the go, that don't really have the time to sit and think about cybersecurity compliance and privacy compliance. They can take that on. Another good solution is Know-Before, and maybe you probably know Know-Before in the phishing category. And there are other solutions that are, taking real-life headlines, like something that Romaine would work on, and attaching it to an animated video, trying to reach different audiences and different styles. I like the direction that cybersecurity awareness training is going because it does empower the user. It does, take a really hard, scary topic and make it fun, rational, and enjoyable. So I do like the direction the industry is going, and I think it's important. And there's a lot of low-cost solutions. I think the most important thing is just to get started with one. And start, right away. Find somebody in the organization to be an evangelist for training. That might not be your IT team. It might not be your MSP team, but somebody that just has a passion for it. When I, talked with many of the Nexus IT customers, they were asking for training. The users in those organizations were almost begging for someone to come out and talk to their employees, to give them some instruction on what to click on, look for. And so that's a hot topic, and I think it just needs to be explored, and I think it's something we can start doing pretty easily in-house or with an outsourced company right away.
And just really briefly, and Greg is always better human resource about is there than I am, so he made a human resource here. But recent studies have shown that in the past few years, 90 to 95% of all breaches have a human element involved, which means that somebody has clicked on something that they shouldn't have, or they may have nefarious, malicious and internal factor that is done something, which is only about 5% of breaches are malicious insiders. But 90 to 95% of current breaches of ransomware infections, are because some insiders, some engaged in content. So this employee training thing is really super key to that multi-layer security.
Yes, Romaine's question. So when we talk about costs associated with this safeguard or defense law designed to mitigate any risk, there's obviously financial risk, there's risk to brand, risk to revenue, compliance-related risk, there's also the risk factors. But just in the legal, when we're talking here about this act, what type of costs is potentially due? You can invest a little bit and start on this and get a program in place, but what type of costs are you willing to potentially
Well, without,
not that the Romaine Institute where it's like, if it reaches $3 million, I mean, just for local companies and stuff, because there's a lot of companies that are getting breached, that are not getting the news, and some of them it's several hundred thousand, some of it's 50, some of it's higher than that.
typically you respond to a class action complaint. Whether you file satisfaction it's based on the terms of the notices, or whether it's just you file an answer and then receive response to the claim can be up to $50,000, based on everything that needs to be vetted by management, IT teams, technical services, in relation to the applications. So say, for example, that it's selling, I say it's short, it's only 20 pages and 114 paragraphs. Each of those paragraphs has to be responded to by either saying yes, no, or we don't have that information. Right? That sounds cheap, right? That should take only 3 or 4 hours. But it's the vetting and verifying of the response to all of that information that takes time. Because you're going on public record and saying, this didn't happen. It just didn't happen to us. So we're denying a specific allegation, and the other side is just embellishing the response to it. So, you know, I had a class action defense case involving a national grocery chain a few years ago, and we got it dismissed early, but it still cost the client $350,000. Sorry, we're a little close. But I am trying to help, you know, enforce all of those types of costs that are just so uncertain. Whereas what these folks can do for you, and what we advise clients to do, can be broken down. So, for example, this one taking 30 days, $5,000. Risk assessment taking 60 days, $15,000 to $20,000. Small medium business, it's still a lot of money. You don't need to do it right away, but you should have documented plans in place, developing a security program. That's going to be more expensive.